Oh my god. Yeah, so it's been, a while since the last episode, and I have an explanation! So I recorded about 6 hours worth of gameplay, where a lot of things happened. Mario and Goodman got married, I made a Lewis, I made a Does Bad Things guy, I made Charlie, I made a Sarah Lee OC character for Shrek to date, I even made a fucking Mama Lewis, for God's sake. But all of the footage was corrupted and got lost to time, and I felt like I literally missed out on one of the best videos that I've ever made. So I stopped until I got like 30 comments asking me where part 3 is. So part 3 reboot, baby! The first place I stop at when loading into our island is Junior's house, as it seems like he's in love, and he actually is. He tells me that Joseph has been on his mind a lot lately, and I'm not one to deny someone's feelings, so I go along with it, and I say, it sounds like love. So, we'll see how that one goes later. But then Rose starts up a conversation with Green Marvin, asking about the nickel. Think you got the wrong Lewis, Rose. And Chef Pee-Pee asked me to do a photo shoot with him, so I take a cool little group photo that I'm just now realizing doesn't even include him. Sorry, Chef Pee-Pee. This is also a great time to mention, off camera, I saw an awesome TikTok by Void Cuts, where they gave Brooklyn guy Pooby's arm as a custom dress piece, which is absolutely genius, so I am so sorry, but I'm stealing this idea. Definitely go check out their TikToks though, and thank you for this amazing idea that I'm going to steal for all of the puppets. But Brooklyn guy then starts daydreaming about Lewis, since he is in love with him for some reason. That happened in the corrupted video, just trust me. But then as soon as I get done watching that, I check in on Mama Lewis, and he thinks that Brooklyn guy has a crush on him. Poor buddy, he has a crush on the other Lewis. Does Bad Things guy also wants to be friends with Brooklyn guy though, so I bring him over there and make them talk about the secret door, and they hit it off for some reason. I then create a personalized nickel just for Mama Luigi to hold on to, and he absolutely loves it. And Shrek starts being creepy and following and stalking Sarah Lee around. Okay then. But him stalking around must have actually impressed Sarah, as she then falls in love with him right then and there, and everything is falling right into place. Then Mr. Goodman fucking suplexes Marvin out of nowhere. What the fuck? I didn't expect this to turn into Tomodachi Life living the domestic abuse, but here we are. But out of nowhere, Lewis decides he wants to try living with Marvin. Or, I'm sorry, Mario. And I say, you know what, whatever, and I agree. He then asks what him and Mario would enjoy doing together every day. And I say, getting Logan sued, because, you know, that's like his character. Him moving in also levels him up, and I'm able to give him his world-famous catchphrase, "It's a me, a Lewis." But then Sarah Lee says she wants to confess her love to Shrek, so I give her the gift of cheesecake and a pretty new dress, and I send her on her way. And Shrek absolutely loves it, and they start going out. Meanwhile, Brooklyn guy is inside of his house role-playing as him and Lewis. Okay. Lewis also asked me for a treasure that will make everyone else jealous. So, I make him his very own copy of the cease and desist. And to spice things up a little bit, I decided to add yet another me, which I decided was going to be Does Evil Things guy. As, you know, Does Bad Things guy needs a friend too. Sadly, he doesn't have a saw hand, as, I don't think that's possible for me to do in Tomodachi Life, but lo and behold, Does Evil Things guy. Clap, everybody. We then see a funny little cutscene of Lewis dropping his cease and desist, and Brooklyn guy picking it up for him. And then Sarah Lee decides that she wants to propose to Shrek. I play through the minigames and encourage Sarah Lee through it all, and she builds up the strength to finally propose to Shrek. And, of course, he says yes. They have their wedding, and of course, Marvin is right by Shrek's side, singing the song, and they go on a honeymoon to Oceania. And as soon as they get back, I make room for their swamp, in quotation marks, to live in together. Does Bad Things Guy also starts stalking Brooklyn Guy for some reason? Okay. But since I'm adding practically the entire Guy bloodline at this point, I decided to make Penelope. I bring her over to Junior, and I start developing their friendship. But I notice that Does Evil Things Guy needs help, so I bring over Does Bad Things Guy to help him, and they grow even closer. Then Jeffy asks me if him and Does Bad Things Guy make a good team.
Now say goodbye to those legs.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry, no, Jeffy. Then Braxton asks me to place a bench for him, and I say, sure, I guess. But I guess that appeased the gods or something, because that unlocked the Ferris wheel on the island. So I make room for it, and it looks beautiful. And now I can recreate Bowser Jr. Goes to the Fair. And speaking of the devil, Junior tells me he wants to become closer friends with Chef Pee-Pee. So I make them talk about putting pickles on a pizza.
Ooh, add pickles.
Junior, pickles don't go on the pizza.
Well, add ketchup.
Junior, ketchup don't go on the pizza either. Why would I put ketchup on the pizza?
And for some reason, Chef Pee-Pee likes it? No. But now I'm able to make Chef Pee-Pee call Junior a stupid brat, which is awesome. And Bowser tells me he wants to be friends with Charlie, so what better way to become friends with Charlie than to talk to Charlie about Charlie? And this conversation makes them good friends. Marvin is also bored and wants some company, so I bring Brooklyn Guy over to hang out since they're still not friends for some reason. Like, guys, I genuinely try to make them hang out a lot off camera. Same exact thing with Mama Luigi. I think their personalities are just, like, incompatible, which is, like, consistent to the actual show, but I want them to hang out. Hang out! Do it! But meanwhile, Does Bad Things Guy is serving up a delicious meal to Does Evil Things Guy, and is also just staring at him while he eats. Get your freaky ass out of here, bro. Penelope and Junior start hanging out, and a lot of me's gather to gossip about Logan Thirstyacre. Oh my god, this island really is accurate to real life. I also catch a glimpse of Mama Luigi protecting his nickel at the exact same time. And I feel like it's just right to round off all the guys on our island, so I started making Makes Bad Decision Guy, in which my capture card stopped working again. God damn it! Guys, subscribe so I can buy a new Elgato. But after losing like 10 minutes worth of customization footage, here is our beautiful Makes Bad Decisions Guy, along with his humble abode. And you know, since we have like all of the guys and Penelope, we might as well just round off the Guy family and make Jonathan. Jesus Christ! Yeah, I fucked up this me. I'm not even gonna lie. He looks like fucking Mort Goldman. But, here's Jonathan! I also make some renovations to a lot of the me's rooms to more fit their personalities, and create a pretty cool secret room design for Does Bad Things Guy's house. And, speaking of, Makes Bad Decisions Guy said that he wants to be friends with Bad Things Guy. So, I agree, and I make them talk about the secret door. It goes beautifully, because, of course it does, and as a reward for socializing, I give him a moldy piece of bread. It was at this point while I was recording that my girlfriend asked me, "Why didn't you add Karen?" To which I realized, oh wait, why didn't I add Karen? So, I made a Karen me, and ooh, this might be tied with Jonathan as the worst me on my island. She looks like she chain smokes Newport. But then Does Bad Things Guy asks if him and Jeffy would make a good team. Absolutely not. I don't know why you guys keep wanting to be friends with each other. Stop that. I drag Karen over to Brooklyn Guy though, and they end up talking about Does Bad Things Guy, and Karen does her best impression of Does Bad Things Guy, and I give Karen her favorite nickname for Brooklyn Guy. Then, this happens to Rose. And then, I logged off for a few days, since I was working a lot and had no time to record really, and then, when I finally decided to hop back on, I come back to this! What do you mean Goodman and Marvin had a baby? Goodman does have 2 kids, but Marvin is not the parent of either of them, so I made this character our second SML OC named Bill. She's a girl, by the way. We watch our precious little Bill grow up, and I customized her a little bit to make her look more like a mix of Marvin and Goodman. And since she takes a lot more after Marvin and is broke, she stays living with Marvin and Goodman. Then I check up on Charlie, and he's falling in love with Bowser? I mean Braxton? And I obviously never shut down someone's feelings, so I confirm them, and now Charlie is head over heels for Braxton. Then, this happens. And as soon as Jeffy runs away, he immediately gets cut off and... Wait, no. Yeah, so Jeffy falls in love with Charlie. And, as funny as that is, I can't cock-block Braxton from his one true love, his dearly beloved Charlie. So, I politely tell Jeffy that he's just imagining things, and I shoot down his idea of love. Then, this happens with Does Evil Things Guy. I check up on Bill from SML House and give them a chicken outfit. And, well, that's it. I just gave them a chicken outfit. I then catch a glimpse of Rose, Brooklyn Guy, and Lewis reading the cease and desist together to provide moral support to one another. And then Charlie gives Braxton his Charlie back after he dropped it on the ground. What is happening on this island? And since I made a child of Goodman and Marvin who, isn't even an actual SML character, I might as well make Richard probably Goodman's most popular child. I mean, I don't think anybody really gives a shit about Benjamin, but Richard has had plenty of appearances with multiple different characters, and has grown his own decently sized little fan base of people who do want to see him come back. And he is just mini Goodman with very minor differences, so I figured he was a pretty no-brainer me to add to our island. So, behold, Richard, in all of his glory. I drag him over to Junior, and he immediately gets in on the gathering of the Eating Caterpillars fan club, and Braxton asked me for a photo shoot, so I gather him up with the Guy family, Family Guy, and Charlie for a group photo shoot together. And afterwards, Karen says that she thinks Brooklyn Guy, has a crush on her. To which we see a news broadcast of Brooklyn Guy in a green bean sauna. Okay. And Lewis also asked me if I think him and Brooklyn Guy would be a great team. But unbeknownst to both him and Karen, Brooklyn Guy already has a full-on crush on Lewis. So, I guess we'll see how that goes, but for now, I say absolutely to them being a great team. And as soon as I leave, I check up on Charlie, who says that he can't hold back his feelings anymore. So, I set up a date for Charlie and Braxton on the Ferris wheel. I give a gift for Charlie, and that gift is Charlie. So Charlie gives Braxton a Charlie, and without a doubt in his mind, he instantly accepts Charlie's declaration of love, because he loves Charlie more than anything else in this world, besides Charlie. Richard also says he's lonely and wants a friend, so I make him go talk to Junior about being poor, and this went the complete opposite way I wanted it to. Chef Pee-Pee then has a dream about being a miso soup merchant, and then I walk in on Shrek and Mama Luigi praising and discussing spreading the message of the nickel across the island, which is very interesting. Nice to see that Mama Luigi nickel is the first religion on our island. And Marvin starts dreaming about some sort of stupid and dumb adventure or something. And Brooklyn Guy starts telling Goodman about how serious the secret door can be. And then, to round this video off, and to celebrate his return in a recent video after years of being missing, I made a me and added Big Red himself. He looks a little derpy, but you know what? That's okay, because he's beautiful. And I immediately introduce him to Brooklyn Guy, because you know, that's what happens in the video that he returns in. And with that is sadly where I end off this video until next time. Despite losing a lot of footage, we added a lot of characters to the island this episode, so comment down below who your favorite me I added was, or who you would like to see in general. I think I might try streaming this island, as the more bigger and bigger it gets, it kinda gets hard to capture all the little things happening on the island, so if you guys would like to see me stream the SML island, definitely let me know down below. But with all of that, I will see you all next time, and goodbye.